Hello everybody, it's Mike the Baldadonis. On this episode, today we're going to talk about the Mini Cooper S. This is a 2002 Mini Cooper S 6-speed. If you guys have been following along with my YouTube, back in January, I purchased that to fix and to flip. And I wanted to get my YouTube channel started. So this video is dedicated to Sleeper Cell out in England. Yeah, in England. He is one of my early subscribers, and thank you very much. There was in one of my other videos, he requested more Mini Cooper, so here we go. Today we're going to take this to a car show. So I did a quick wash. We're going to be going out for a car show. I need to sell this vehicle. I bought a AMG E55 body style W210, and that's a 2002. If you haven't seen my videos, go back and enjoy that video. But I got to get rid of that so I can support the E55 and get this thing going, drive for a while, and then I'm going to flip this car. That's what I do. I enjoy buying cars. I flip them to make a little bit of extra money. So today we're going to a car show, but I want to tell you about the pros and cons of owning a Mini Cooper S. This is a R53 version. The 52 is a convertible, and that came out in 05 to 08, but it's basically the same motor and transmission, in the same body, basically just in a convertible form. So the pros of owning this vehicle. I used to love the old Volkswagen cabriolets from the late 80s to the early 90s. I had a few of those. I loved how tiny it was. I could fit in it as I'm 6'4". No problem to get in and out of that car. I loved it. This is just a modern version of a GTI, in my opinion. So it's front wheel drive, 168 horsepower. 168? Yeah, 168 horsepower stock. Heated seats, leather seats, double sunroof, air conditioning. You know, it's a BMW product. It handles unbelievable. It's got 32 miles per gallon. It's very quick. It's great in the rain. It's great in the snow. You put the proper tires on there, this thing is a mini tank, and it gets through the snow with no problem. But these are also a nightmare. I do love my BMWs. I love them, love them, love them. But they're just a nightmare for services. Anything that has a gasket will leak on these cars. So let's go with, I don't have a chart, I don't have any paperwork with me, but just off my head real quick. Power steering rack, those leak. All the bushings, those wear out, you gotta replace those. So the upper and lower control arm bushings, you gotta replace those, they're a bitch. Clutch, those wear out very quickly in these cars, just a known issue. You gotta replace those around 50,000 or so, 1,000 miles. What else? So it has a supercharger, they have to be serviced. People don't get that. You actually have to take the supercharger off the engine to take the 4 ounces or so of fluid that was in there. The time you get in there, it's almost disintegrated. There's nothing left. So you have to pay attention to that at around 80 to 100,000 miles. And they leak everywhere. Thermostats leak. You got to take the water pumps leak. You got to take the whole front end. You got to take that bumper off just to get to these parts. This little tiny O-ring, which one is that one? I'm having a brain fart, so guys, you Mini Coopers and BMW guys, you know what I'm talking about. What O-ring? One of the sensor O-rings. You got to get in there because they leak. The oil coolant, the oil housing, what is that? The oil cooler. How about that? The oil cooler has these little O-rings that leak as well, and it's a real bitch to get in there. That's what's leaking on this car. That's the one thing I haven't gotten into yet. I did most of the work. Well, I didn't actually do most of the work. I had purchased the vehicle from the guy that did most of the work. He put new tires, new brakes, rebuilt the top end with a new camshaft, all the springs and lift, all that stuff. The timing chains on these, they go. As soon as they go, sometimes the camshaft will let go as well, and that's what happened with this car. The camshaft wore down. He had to replace the camshaft. So all that's pretty much brand new. The top end is pretty much all brand new. He spent around $1,500 just on that, and then he put a supercharger pulley on there, so it reduces or speeds up the supercharger. You get a little bit more horsepower out of that, maybe about 15 or 20 horsepower maybe. It goes pretty good, you know, it's a nice car. Unfortunately, he smoked in the car, and me having vertigo, I gotta put a lot of baking soda in there to absorb the odor. It did a pretty good job of it the past 6 months that I own this car, and I can start driving it now. I still get a little bit of a headache when I get in, but I'm able to drive the vehicle at this point. What else is a con? Jeez, there's so much. There really is. These Mini Coopers are a hard car to own. If this is your daily transport, it's a tough car. But if this is a hobby and you enjoy your Mini Coopers and you can get in there yourself, wrench on everything, fantastic car. They really are. It's just a high-end little car. You gotta pay attention to these cars. They need a lot of love. But you always smile when these things run fantastic. I never have a gripe about those. That's why I bought 6 of them. I own 6 of these, and I just love them until I have to fix them. So what else has he done to this? So the drilled and cross rotors, high performance pads, brand new tires. I did the wheels. Those are all refurbished. I did a thermostat. That was a pain in the ass too. That was a tiny minute leak was tripping off and burning up, and I was smelling this nasty smell, and it drove me bananas. In my last video, buying a Mini Cooper Part 4, my friend Guido, he had it on his lift, and it took him a little while to fix that because we're trying to find where it was actually dripping from. And we ended up fixing it, but right there, those parts are $200, the parts that I needed. I did spark plug wires because when I bought this in the wintertime, mice got in there, chewed up the spark plug wires. I replaced those. What else did I do? I put a stereo system in there. I put a nice Kenwood head unit. I put a nice Kenwood 8-inch amp, and I put I'm not sure on the amp. I think the amp was also, we'll check it out in a second. But yeah, so it's got a nice little stereo system. It cranks. It sounds fantastic. It's not overwhelming. It's loud, crisp. It's got the double sunroofs. It has AC. It has heated seats. You know, it's a great little car. But again, you know, they're just a tough car to fix. It's tough to get in that motor, you know, and you got to take the bumper off almost on all the repairs. So that's the pros and cons of owning a Mini Cooper S. We're going to be going to a car show. Hopefully, I was able to get some more footage while driving to there. I'm still learning how to edit. I'm still trying to do all this YouTube thing. I'm enjoying it. It takes a long time for me to edit, and but that's okay. You know, you got to learn, right? And I'm absolutely enjoying the journey of getting some fun videos. So hopefully I'll have this tied up in the car, and we'll drive down to the car show, and you guys can check out the car show as this video progresses. All right, if not, you'll never see any of this. All right, guys, so hopefully you'll see in the ride. Oh, let's go check out the car. All right, let's go check out the car. Okay, guys, so this is a 2002 Mini Cooper S. Has 95,000 miles on it at the moment. It's a 6-speed. It has a ton of brand new parts, including a brand new clutch, brakes all the way around, brand new tires. The wheels have been refurbished. Most of the motor has been done. So camshaft, timing chain and tensioner, and all the parts that go with that. That's all brand new. I have a brand new stereo system in there. Let's check out the stereo system. As you can see, I keep baking soda in there to absorb all the odors. So here's the box. Kenwood. A little amp. A JL amp. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll fix that afterwards. So the car's in pretty decent shape. It's got a little bit of the rear bumper could be repainted. It's pretty much rust free. It's got the blue and black heated interior. There is some wear and tear, only because that's paint. That's just normal wear and tear. I can paint that, but the fumes will kill me. They really will. So there's the stereo right there, Kenwood. And hopefully I'll be able to get this onto the back seat somehow for the ride to the car show.